श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तः पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि, सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरि ओम, नमस्कार। Are there many paths to the truth, or is there one path? How many of you say many? Put up your hands. How many of you say one? Put up your hands. How many of you say I don't know? Put up your hands. I don't know is also a good answer. It's not a bad answer. So once more, when you know you have an option like that, how many of you say many paths? And there's so many more I don't know, I think. How many say one path? How many say I don't know? Okay. So, both the answers are right. Not I don't know, but the other two. Both are right. In a sense, if you take the construction of a typical Indian temple, traditional Indian temple, let's say south of India, Madurai temple. How many have been to Madurai? Right, majority. So, in the Madurai temple, there are many gates, many entrances, right? Then, within the temple itself, there are so many different paths you come. But once you come to the main altar, the Garbha Graha, the sanctum sanctorum as it's called in, it's not English, that is not sanctum sanctorum, I think is a Latin word probably. I don't know. Anyway, when you come to that, the entrance, how many entrances are there into the sanctum sanctorum? One entrance. This is exactly signifying this. So are there many paths to the truth? Yes, there are many paths to coming to that point. Which is better? All are good. It depends on where you stay. Supposing you stay on the east side of the temple, then which entrance will you come in by? The east entrance. If you stay by the west side, well, you will not go out of your way to go to the other side and all. But if you want to enter into that main Garbhagraha, कौन से मार्ग से जाएंगे? एक मार्ग है कि अनेक है? एक ही है. Right? So, step 1, making the mind ready. How many paths are there? Many paths. Step 2, realizing the truth. How many paths are there? 1. Nanya pantha ayanaya vidyate. It is said what? There is only that path, no anya pantha. There are no other paths. Okay. Why is there all the problem? Because we don't know I am Satchidananda. Isn't it true? So we have to know that. For knowing that, what is required? Knowledge. Remember, praptasya prapti, apraptasya prapti. Don't forget these principles. Attaining of the thing unattained, then there are what? Knowledge plus action. Do you remember that? Or your yes is also really very sad yes. Doubtful yes. अप्राप्त की प्राप्ति के लिए क्या? कर्म प्लस ज्ञान. बताया था ना. और प्राप्त की प्राप्ति के लिए मात्र ज्ञान. The word is not ज्ञान. The word is what? Matra jnana, that is the important word. Matra is important. Only knowledge is required. For knowing that you have that key in your pocket, what do you need? Hanuman Chalisa? What do you need? Only knowledge. So the problem is what? I don't know the truth. I don't know who I am. So what do you have to do? Know the truth. So for that, what do you need? Action or knowledge? What knowledge? Knowledge of physics? Knowledge of what? Knowledge of what you don't know, right? So that's the only thing. But to get the mind purified, to make the mind ready, you can do what? Japa, you can do puja, you can do so many different things. Is it okay? So many paths or one path? Many paths for what? Preparing the mind. Then how many paths for knowing, realizing the truth? So if someone says there is one and one path alone, is that person right? Depending on who is saying it. If someone says my path alone and my God, when someone says my God alone saves, is this statement right or wrong? No, depends on who is saying it. You understand? Depends on who is saying it, with what knowledge they are saying it. If they are saying it, how many gods are there? Bolo, bolo. So if that person says that one God, one and one alone without a second, and that God is not particular God of X, Y, Z, believe that Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayak, that one alone truth. If they say, and they say that God, my God, alone saves, is that right or wrong? Yes. If someone says that my God alone saves, thinking that God is a Christian God or a Hindu God or a Muslim God or a something God, then is that right? Bolo? Absolutely wrong. You get the point. Only my God saves means what? Only my God? No. My God saves is right. Only my God saves, as though there is another God and then your God can't save. Only my God saves. Then that is a wrong statement. Is it okay? But if you mean that one is that one, okay. So, how many paths? Many paths, not many paths. Many paths to that one truth. And then knowing that truth. Now, supposing you follow, let us say, the path of bhakti, of devotion, then what can happen? Then that God will give you that knowledge. But with that knowledge only you will get the realization. So that is possible. Okay. Gita clearly says, Dadami Buddhi Yogam. I will give you that knowledge, you don't worry. Yena mamupayanti, by which you will gain me. Okay. So, in the path of bhakti, what happens? The devotee says, you give me knowledge, you give me whatever I need. Okay? So, is that possible? So, that param bhakti will give you what? Param jnanam also, that is possible. Very clear? भक्ति से क्या होता है? भगवान ही खुद ज्ञान दे देते हैं. भगवान सब तैयार करके दे देते हैं. Okay? So, many paths or one path? I hope this understanding must be there of this when we say many paths. Which path is the best? So don't criticize other people's way of worship or of this. Is that okay, everyone? Yes? Don't criticize. Only we must understand what is the means and what is the goal. Sometimes they consider the means as the goal. That is where the problem comes, right? They consider how often it has happened. We become fanatic about the means, and the goal is the important thing is साधन क्या है, साधन को ही पकड़ के बस उसी पर ये रह जाते हैं तो फिर क्या होता है, और साधन का पर्पस क्या है वो समझना चाहिए. जैसे you are all doing japa and all of that, which is great, but without realizing, that is why the first 3 days is important, knowing that. Are you getting the point or not? Not knowing that, no, let me do japa. It doesn't work. Then you will mistake what? Sadhan for the sadhya. That is why anyone comes and we say nothing. No, everyone is very anxious. No, I want to do japa. What nonsense. You first do what? The whole understanding of everything. First important is, please remember, whatever is happening, whatever little or more or whatever is happening is because we've done these first 3 days in a proper systematic way. We've locked the place, we've done all of that. Are you understanding? Don't think it's just happening, this place, vibrations, everything is created, because we did so much of it. We made it in your mind and this, even that pujas and all were very important. Are you understanding? Yes or no? Those who are directly there, they know the importance of it. Even for those who are not there, we say, okay, sit in a room, but you have to do that. There's no, what? If you haven't done it, it won't work that well, is what I'm trying to say. Is it okay? Yes or no? So that is important. First, you have to do that. Then this thing becomes easier. We are trying to do everything to help this, what is happening. Okay? All the other things also which I keep saying is only as a what? Aid. जो हम दूसरी सब बातें बताते हैं वो क्या करती है, वो यही, नहीं तो बैठ जाएंगे, हाँ कुछ हुआ, ये थोड़ी होता है. कुछ करते हैं लेकिन कुछ भी नहीं करना चाहिए. क्या? कुछ करेंगे तो कुछ होगा, कुछ भी करेंगे तो कुछ भी होगा. You understand? तो ठीक से करेंगे तो क्या होगा? ठीक से होगा, ठीक लक्ष्य में. Very clear? So therefore, why am I talking all this about? Because the next mantra will explain why I gave this sort of a background. Let us now read the mantra and then we will see. Tasmin shuklamuta Neelamahuhu Pingalam haritam Lohitam cha Esha pantha Brahmana ha anuvittaha te naiti Brahmavit Punyakrit Tejasascha. So it is said, Tasmin, in that Shuklam uta Neelam ahuhu. Shuklam, white. Neelam, blue. Pingalam, yellow. Haritam, green. Lohitam, red. Some say you can go by this, what? Blue and green and red and all different paths. What is this green path and blue path? That's what I had to explain this to you. Okay. Now, for those who practice, let us say, nowadays everyone is very attracted to what? Chakra meditation. Have you heard that one? It is the in thing. And everyone is talking, the west, east, north, south, everywhere. You know, my chakras are in chakras. Everyone is talking about what? Chakra. Sab chakkar ho rahe hain chakras. So, now, very attractive, very, very this and all. Now, I have already talked to you about this, no? Chakras are what? Psychic centers. And then from the chakras arise what they call nadis, right? Which go to different parts of the body. So, they do chakra meditation for nadi and chakra shuddhi. Have you heard this? For purifying the nadis and the chakras. Have you heard something like that? Yes. Now, until and unless you have a proper guru who is directly there to help you in such paths, please don't do this. When someone went to Gurudev and said, Gurudev, I want to do chakra meditation or this, what is this? He says, I don't have a kundalini, so you also don't have a kundalini. Go. Meaning no more. I am talking Vedanta, you listen if you want to. Others. Now, what is the meaning of that? That he doesn't have a kundalini? No. Apparently, Gurudev did do something on his own, is what we are told. When he was in Uttarkashi, some sadhu mahatma must have told him and all, and he was doing practice like everything, so he did it sincerely or whatever, he did it. And he got the worst possible back spine ache or problem, or I don't know. It was apparently terrible, and he went to Tapon Maharaj. Tapon Maharaj was not a Yemu, he was strict, very, very strict. I mean, you can't even imagine what strict is. He says, did I teach you this? No. Then whoever taught you, just go there. Don't come to me. I am in horrible pain. Go. Apparently at that time, Ma Anandmayi was there in Uttarkashi, and someone directed him, go there, go to her. And she looked at him and realized what the whole problem was and did something, and he came out of it. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is, you could permanently damage your health. Is that okay? Everyone? Someone as great as Anandamayi Ma was there. I have known people who have become mad. I have known people who have completely spoiled their head. I have even known people who have become, neurological problems. Why? Because something they do, something, no guidance. A person who himself teaches doesn't have that much of knowledge. They've learned something, they've done something, they do something, people do something, and then something happens. I am not saying Kundalini Marg is not a path, but I am saying caution. Whereas Vedanta and Bhakti and what you are doing right now doesn't have what? These dangers. Are you understanding? Yes? And if you follow that path, don't come to me and say, now what do I do? Because I did not teach you. About what I teach you, you ask me, I'll tell you all your, whatever I know, right? Have you all understood? So here it is said that when these things happen, there are different type of rasas. Sometimes you imagine different colors and different chakras and all of this that is made too. And so therefore certain type of this. So it is said this is also one valid, very valid path which is given in our scriptures. Okay? So don't think there is no such thing. And everyone normally now, again another problem with Vedanti is they look down on every other path, which is not a good, right thing to do. Okay, remember that. That is a path and a valid path given in the scriptures. How many Upanishads are describing all the chakras and the nadis? Everything is being described in the Upanishads. Okay. There are Upanishads special in the 108 Upanishads. If you see how many times this discussion on yoga is there. Yama, Niyam, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. All this is given in our Upanishads, in the 108 Upanishads, which we consider as what? Authentic. So is this a path? Yes. Has it been sanctioned by the Vedas? Yes. Is it valid? Can it give the same results as bhakti? Yes. Is it superior? No. Is it inferior? No. Are you understanding? I am staying at the east side, so which door is closer to me? East door. So can I enter from the east door? Please do. No, west door is better. Can I combine? Next question. Little Kundalini, little Bhakti, little Karma Yoga, little this. Can I do that? How many of you say you can do that? Or it's a good idea? No, you're looking at my face and trying to gauge what I'm going to say and then give an answer. Please be free to give wrong answers. That's all right. Or right answers, whatever. Because we are here to learn. Don't make any prestige issue of it. So how many of you think mix match of different paths is a good idea? Put up your hands. How many of you say you should not mix the paths? How many of you say, I don't know? Right. Depending on the paths, depending on your personality, yes, we all of us follow multiple this. We do yoga. Some of us, you do yogasanas as a path. Some of us do yogasana for health. You understand the difference between the two? To help my path, whatever is my path. My path is, let us say, bhakti, but I still practice yogasanas. I still practice yama, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, etc. for helping my path of devotion. Is it possible or not? Yes. I may be a Vedanti, but I will do japa. Are you understanding? Yes. So, is that allowed or not allowed? Of course it is allowed. It doesn't mean I am a Vedanti, so I don't do puja. Got it? Tell me. I may be doing puja also, I may not also. I may follow this. I know Puja Swami Tapon Maharaj, he used to go, this. So he always say, Bhakti Jnana goes together. That is so-called the Chinmay Mission way. We have, it's not that Bhakti is not there. Guruji himself, Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda, Tapon Maharaj, all of them, Bhakti Jnana. Are you understanding? Devotion, surrender, all these words are all Bhakti words, right? You see, Gurudev's, this will be replete with these. Even Shankaracharya, if you see, Shankaracharya, all paths were known to him, whether it was Kundalini path or whatever, Karma Yoga, anything. Gurudev always used to talk always about Karma Yoga as step 1 and Jnana Yoga as step 2. Have you heard this before? For purification of mind, Karma Yoga. For realizing the truth, Jnana Yoga. This is, he said it 100 times. And Gita itself says, what? Karma yogena yoginam, jnana yogena sankhyanam. That is what is said in the 3rd chapter. Right? So, each one. So, here also it is said, this all is there, these paths are there, but they are for antakarana shuddhi, for purification of the mind. And then, he says, yes, but they realize the truth by knowledge. And what knowledge? Not any knowledge. What? The knowledge of the truth. That only knowledge. Self-knowledge. Self-knowledge will remove what? Ignorance of the self. That's the only other knowledge. You can't have any other knowledge. I hope this is very clear. Yes? The yes doesn't come strong. So I keep wondering whether it really has, yes, not, yes, okay. So, Esha Pantha Brahmana, Hai Anuvittaha, by knowledge only people have realized the truth. Tena eva Brahmavit, by that alone the realized master, Punyakrut Tejasascha, has attained the light of the self, Tejaha. Teja doesn't mean some light, physical light or some inner light or something coming out. No, not that way. The light here means consciousness, Chaitanya. Okay, he's attained that light, enlightenment, consciousness, Atma Jnanam, that. Punyakrut, now these are words. And then Brahmavit, na, Anuvittaha. Are there degrees in realization? How many of you say yes? How many of you say no? How many of you say I don't know? You have to answer for everything. I see some people not raising their hand for something. I will not allow that, because that is called uncommitted listening. I don't know is also, I'm giving you an option. So you have to. Okay, Pooja, you are no exception. Pooja Ma, you are no exception. When I ask a question, everyone must answer. Okay, what doesn't matter what, who is. Okay, how many of you say that there is a degrees in realization? Degrees in the, how many of you say no? How many say I don't know? Right, now, what is the meaning of this? Are there degrees in realization? Not really, but are there degrees in the people who are realized? Yes? Or no? How many of you say yes? What do you mean? If there is no this, see, you know what happens? All of us, and we do this all the time, and this is the most deceptive thing, we go by the tone of the teacher and give our answers. Because I gave that, and then I asked, is there a degree in this? So I gave, my tone suggested that there was a degree, and all of you responded to that and said yes. This is exactly what happens. When you have said there is no this in realization, but when I said in the people, then you said yes. How can it be? It's a contradiction, right? If you have given that first answer. See, a lot of it happens like that. That is why I believe this sort of a thing, that, the teachers give answers by their everything. You see, when I said by their, so immediately tone, because you said tone. No, how much we guide, don't do that. Independent thinking is that you have to be able to think. I just said that there is no degree in realization. So once there is no degree in realization, how then can there be a degree in the what? Realized masters. Is there a... So, Swamiji, this is all beyond... Then say, I don't know now. Who's stopping you? I'm giving you valid this, I don't know. कि ब्रह्मविद में फ़र्क होता है, एक ब्रह्मविद में, ब्रह्मज्ञानियों में फ़र्क होता है, एक हायर, लोअर. Is there a higher and lower knower of the truth? ऊपर, नीचे, higher, lower. This Brahmagnani is better than this Brahmagnani. One Brahmagnani sits in the Himalayan caves and meditates. Another Brahmagnani goes in the world and teaches. Which is the better one? He teaches, he goes, he teaches everyone, this, सबका उद्धार करता है. और दूसरा क्या करता है? He sits. He doesn't even meditate, he just goes around, roams around. So which is better, the one who meditates, the one who just roams around, or one who teaches and preaches? Huh? Which is the best one? How many times Chinmay Mission people, in almost every introduction of Gurudev, he came down from the Himalayas. Have you heard this one? If you're a Chinmay Mission member, you would have 100,000 times, million times have heard what? He came down from the Himalayas for us and taught us. Have you heard that? Have you said that also? For us, he came down from the Himalayas. He came down from the Himalayas. For us. So he is better off, right? Tapan Maharaj just sat there.
He only sent him.
He did not. Tapan Maharaj in fact said, don't go. Very clearly. He did not send him. He very clearly said, don't go. बोले वो गटर में क्यों जाना है जहाँ से आया है? These are the words of, why do you want to go back? There is no difference in the greatness and the glory of a Brahmagnani. A Brahmagnani who sits in the Himalayan cave meditating is as much blessing this world as the one who is coming and teaching us. Will you remember that? The very fact that he is sitting there and meditating is a complete, total, absolute blessing for the world. Have you understood this? Yes? Whether he sits and meditates, or he just moves around without ever sitting to meditate, or he teaches, any which way, it is a blessing. For us, when he teaches us, we feel, he came and he taught us and all. As though Tapa Maharaj did not do it. His being, their being itself is a blessing. Okay. That is why it said Punyakrut. What is it? This realization is the ultimate good that anyone could ever have done. Is that okay? Why is it this? Many times people say, Dekho, they are not working and they are doing nothing and they are just doing nothing and they are living off people. They are parasites to society. People have said such. Remember, for a Brahmagnani, their being is a presence. Because Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati, the realization of the truth is the truth. Because what have they realized? I am the truth. What have they realized? So they are the walking, talking what? Truth. Walking, talking Brahman. That is this famous statement, Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. The knower of the Brahman is Brahman. Okay, so their presence, their thought, supposing they have a thought, it's all from the Upanishads, I'm not speaking my own. They have a thought, कि तेरा भला हो जाए, बस खत्म, उसका भला हो जाएगा, because the whole cosmos is what? Behind that statement, तेरा भला हो. Is that okay? Yes? Our prayer can be very limited, and that sankalpa comes, that thought comes, yum, whatever becomes the head. That is why what? Archayet bhutikamaha, people worship them. Why? Because one thought in their mind is equal to what? Because they identify with the totality. Are you understanding? Their mind is not that individual mind that you and I have. Their mind is what? That mind, which is identified with the total mind, totality of things. And therefore, one thought in their mind becomes what? Supposing one wave decides something. I want to go to Bali from India. It will have to depend on 100,000 factors, yes or no, for it to reach this. If the ocean decides, let's take this wave to Bali, what will happen? Please tell me. There it goes to Bali, right? Have you got what I'm trying to say? So therefore, says this punyakrut, that's the meaning, is the ultimate good he could have done. Our punyas are little. Punya means what? Merit, meritorious acts, merits, punya. Good things that we do. This is the highest, the ultimate good he's done is what? Realize who he is. One less problem in the world. Isn't it true? One less, I want person, because he's akama. That's why many times when people, feel, I fast every Monday for the past, 25 years and all that. So I always, and then sometimes there is a pride also, from the past 25 years. So I always say that's good. Why? Little less food saved in the world. That's all. Nothing great about it. You understand? Meaning what? I'm not saying it's not a good thing. It's a great thing. But you don't have to have pride in that. That's the only thing. Yeah. But here is one individuality who has become what? Akamaha. Just completely, Doesn't demand anything from the world. Meaning, now don't say he asked this or that. No, no, no. Doesn't demand means there is no more that finite feeling. Remember, all desires come from what? Feeling of finitude. We have said now. अल्पता के भावना से ही सब कामना उत्पन्न होती है. तो अल्पता ही चली गई, अकाम बन गए, निष्काम बन गए, आप्तकाम बन गए, आत्मकाम बन गए, है ना? It's all. So one case is what? File closed forever. Our case never closes. Judgment day comes again and again and again and again and never ends. Okay? So here it is said, he is a punyakrut. Punya doesn't mean that he does something, like little, he gives in charity and all that. That is not what is meant here. He may do all those acts. That is okay. He may give in charity, or he may start an organization which is a charitable organization or an educational organization and all that. But that is not the ultimate good that the person has done. The ultimate good that the person has done is what? Realize the self. But for us, what is great about all these great people? Please tell me. When we talk of Swami Chinmayananda, what will we talk about? He started Chinmaya Mission. Then he started so many schools. Then he started Chinmaya Organization for Rural Development. Then he started orphanages. Then he started hospitals and rural welfare centers and Chinmaya Mission centers where Bala Vihars are going on. And Yuva Kendra is started. And this, right or wrong? But what is the greatest thing that he did? Bolo, everyone. If that was not there, all this is anyone can do, right? सबसे बड़ी चीज गुरुदेव ने क्या की? ब्रह्म ज्ञान प्राप्त किया. After that, all this is what? Okay. So now, next time, whenever you think of the greatness of Gurudev, what should you think? When I'm telling you, majority have this only. He is great because he loved everyone. That is why he is great. If it's a Brahmagnani, how can he not love everyone? You understand? That is what? Side effect of Brahmagyan. What is side effect of Brahmagyan? You love everyone. Every Brahmagnani loves everyone or not? Only Gurudev loves everyone or all Brahmagyanis love everyone? Whatever. You get this? You will remember that, oh, when he came to me, he loved me and all. That is okay. That's nothing wrong. It's a great thing and all wonderful. But remember, this is the side effect of what? Brahmagnani. Self in me is the self of all. I love myself. I love myself unconditionally. So I love everyone also unconditionally. Got that? So Punyakrut, he is the greatest of Punyam, is what? Realizing the self. That is what is said over here. So should we give in charity or not? Yes, please give. These are all ways of what? Making the mind ready. Is it okay? You're doing dharma. It's all good, very good. Everything you should do. But the greatest good will be what? Realizing of the self. Anuvittaha. And now, is there a difference in this? We said. Now, there is a difference in the establishment of in the truth. Now, what is the meaning of that? Let me explain this to you. So, there are three varieties. Brahmavit, Brahmavittara, Brahmavittama. Meaning, depending on the degree of being in the self. What is the meaning of that? Nishtha. The difference is in the abidance. It is like that a person who has just retired from the army. what will happen to him? His mind will be what? When he comes home also, he will start what? Ye karo, ye mat karo, aise karo, aise. And supposing all of a sudden some people say, attention, he might even, why? Because that samskar is still there. But after 25, 30 years of being retired, then what? Then that attention, then he will not do anything attention, right? Why? Because that is now. So, he is established in the non-retired state, right? First he was, retired state, not non-retired. He is established in that retired state, right? First he was what? He was retired. He knew he was retired also, but the mind would say, oh, similarly, the Brahmagnani also initially still has that, what? Identification with the body once in a while. And then he says, what am I doing? Are you understanding? So that is why that is the degrees that is talked about. Okay. There are some, you see, take a Bhagwan Raman Maharshi. So well established in the truth, Mahatma Gandhi ji once wrote a letter to Bhagwan Raman Maharshi and said, that time all the freedom fight was going on for India. And he said that, please, you do something, your words will be of great value because people follow you, they have a great love for you, and also you say something. So, Bhagwan's reply was that in a movie, if there is a scene of fire, will you take a bucket of water to blow out that fire? Will you do that? What will you do? You watch the movie and you enjoy. Or cry. You get the point. This was his state, okay? That doesn't mean he's a bad guy or something. He's helped thousands by his very presence. Are you understanding what I'm saying? That doesn't mean the one who goes around and helping positively. Tiruvannamalai is a place where there were so many great saints. Right next to the Ramana ashram, there is Sheshadri Swami ashram. There is another very great master. There are so many Jiva Samadhis and all of that. So, these are different type of people. See, one person becomes famous. The other one is not famous. Doesn't mean that is any less. Is that okay? Because sometimes people feel, oh, this is very great. Rama, it doesn't matter. See, we are not looking at a person because how many people he has and how many followers are. That is a typical way the worldly people look. Right? How many followers? Oh, so many followers. He must be very... This is typical. There are people who've known that he would have just one Shishya, and that Shishya he would have, what? Liberate. And he says, no, I am not here for doing my job is to get this Shishya, and he would do it. That also because the Shishya said, please give me knowledge. So he would have done that, and he would have. Bhagwan Raman Maharshi didn't say that you come from all over the world and come. He did not. Did he do that? Publicity? No publicity material? Nothing. No, nothing. He just sat there in one place, and the world came to him, right? Bhagwan wanted him to do this. So it happened. Okay? Punyakrut. So don't consider, please, if you have a guru who is a well-established person, doesn't matter whether there are one Shishya or 1,000 or no Shishyas. Okay? It doesn't matter. कोई बड़ा, कोई छोटा, ऐसा नहीं होता है. There are some people, there are some Brahmagyanis who will be there like they outside the temple like a beggar, they will one of the beggars, like that. And they will also be there sitting and begging and all that. Get some food, eat that and all this. Bas. No one will even know that doesn't mean every beggar is like that, okay? Very difficult to recognize a what? But sometimes it's easy. Sometimes, the person who knows, for example, Sheshadri Swami was the one who recognized Raman Maharshi. Raman Maharshi was sitting in some temple corner somewhere. All the Nirmalyam was on him and everything. He was sitting in some corner. Sheshadri Swami was the one who said, here is a... And Raman Maharshi's body was all eaten up with all that. And it is told that Sheshadri Swamiji was the one who said, okay, drink this or something, gave him something, and his body became fine. Because his was eaten up. He was just sitting there in deep meditation. So, Sheshadri Swami was the one who, what? Gave that. Then everyone understood, here is a great man, here is a... If Sheshadri Swamiji says, Raman, this boy, young boy is a great, he must be great. Got it? But Raman Maharshi became what? More famous. Doesn't mean Sheshadri Swami was any less. Are you understanding what I'm trying to tell you all? So we must understand who is what, everything, and not go by, now publicity is the one. Oh, more followers and more film actors are going over there. So, celebrity Swami. I'm not saying they cannot be great, okay? Don't think that is, I'm not saying anything of that. I am only saying what? That this Brahmagyan is such very different. And if you are a Brahmagyani, Punyakrut, you have done the highest good. After that, what you do and all is immaterial. This is all by the by. But what you have done is the greatest and the highest thing in the world. Punyakrut. Okay? Next we will see. Very beautiful mantras are there. We shall see tomorrow. Never miss a chance to exercise. And this is a very good pranayama. Chanting of Om is one of the best pranayams that you can think of doing. So never miss that chance. Deep, long, deep breath, and then do it in a... It will really relax you instantly, okay? पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ